Well, hello there, friends. Another fantastic video today. I'm going to share with you my sweet potato and apple soup. Fabulous. In fact, we turn it into a bisque. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you exactly how to make it. It's amazing. Remember, thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and don't forget to ring the bell. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to make this fantastic soup. Well, hello there, friends. This is the first show of Thanksgiving this year. We are going to release one video every day. Some are going to be big ones, and some are going to be smaller ones. We're going to do some sides, we're going to do some vegetables, we're going to do some stuffing, and we're going to do the turkey, and we're going to start with a soup. One of my favorite soup in the world is a sweet potato, caramelized onion, leek apple soup. So I'm going to make it for you. Last year, I did the roasted butternut squash. That's also delicious. But we're going to make this one here. Very simple, friends. I got all my mise en place, but before I talk about the mise en place, I am going to get going here because I'm going to start caramelizing my onion, okay? And in the pan, my friend, when I do a caramelized onion, when I make a soup, I don't chop up things very small, especially if I'm going to make a puree. A puree with the immersion blender where I puree all the vegetables into a smooth bisque. Holy macaroni! So we don't worry about too much about how little things have to be. So we chop them and dice them and we don't worry too much about it. They gotta be the same size, but it could be bigger. So you don't need to worry about making little dices and everything. When I puree the soup, later on I'm gonna make a little salsa to put on top, but we get into that later. First, let's make the soup. So, I got onion that I'm going to caramelize because I know you all know, then onion is number one always. We got to caramelize the onion. We're going to take a little while to do that, so let's talk about the ingredients. Leeks, I love leeks. Look at it. People said they can't find leeks. Well, we're lucky in Fort Lauderdale. I know in Canada you got to have them. I know in a different part of the world you got to. Remember, you want to buy one that's very white. Whiter it is, sweeter it is. Okay? So, the green part of the leek, I don't really use it that much. The outside of it, I only use the light green parts, up to here. And that right there, I save it for beef stock. All right? So we chopped it up right there. We're not going to put it in white yet. Well, that's the green part of the leek. We don't need that. And celeries, you use whatever you want. I don't really like the leaves of the celery, but it's up to you. I wash it really good. I chop it up. Sweet potatoes. Chop them up, and you see they're not very small dice. They're actually pretty big dice, right? Doesn't matter. We're going to puree it all. So it doesn't matter how small they are, right? And then I got a Granny Smith apple. And when I do the apple, I put a little bit of, if I do them in advance, I put a little bit of lemon juice so they don't turn brown. It really wouldn't matter if I didn't do that because when you puree, if the apple were a little brown, it wouldn't matter. You wouldn't even see it anyway, right? Chop them up, dice them. We're going to put some ginger and garlic. And we're not going to chop the garlic because it's going to cook for an hour, at least an hour and a half. It's going to be nice and smooth. So it'll be perfectly fine. We're going to put some apple cider. You can put one with booze in it. Oh, yeah. Especially if you're in Europe, you can find apple cider with booze in it. My grandmother used to make some of that. Oh, yeah, delicious. I'm using a little tamari, soy sauce. You can use whatever you want. Soy sauce is going to give it nice. And then we started with a roasted garlic olive oil. So here's what we're going to do, friends, because, we're going to try to make videos that are not so long. And we're going to caramelize the onion. When the onion is golden brown, we're going to put everything in. And then we're going to let it cook for a while, and we're going to puree it. And then we're going to finish it up with a nice corn, sweet potato, and onion salsa. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So first, let's caramelize the onion. When the onion is caramelized, we come back, we'll put everything in a pot, and we'll let it cook. All right, so we'll come back in a few minutes when the onion is nice and caramelized. That is a must. I know I'm repeating myself. For those of you that have been watching the channel for a long time. But every month we get 30 to 35,000 new subscribers. And a lot of them don't know that you got to caramelize the onion first. You don't put onion, celery, and carrots at the same time. You know, I know I'm repeating myself, and some of you have said, oh, mamma mia, repeat, repeat, repeat. I know, but a lot of you have been here only the first time, so welcome. And onion, always number first, all right? So I'll be back when they are caramelized, all right? Okay, my friends, you see the onion have caramelized, and I'm not making them really dark. I'm just making them sweeter, you know? And that's all. That's all I'm doing, right? Okay, so now we can just put all the ingredients in there and not having to worry about what order you put them in. It really doesn't matter. With the leeks do not caramelize that well. There's not that much sugar in the leeks, so they don't caramelize that well. So don't worry about caramelizing the leeks, you know. Shallots and onion are really the two onion that are caramelizing somewhat, right? So celery, right there, boom. And the measurement really doesn't matter, my friends. I don't want you to go out there and measuring exactly. It really doesn't matter. I'll give you approximate recipe. It depends the pot you have, okay? It really doesn't matter that much. How much you put in. If you're putting a little bit more, a little bit less, it really doesn't matter. I promise you, you're not gonna test it. So I got the apple here in lemon water, and I don't want the lemon in there, right? For sure. So I just want to get rid of the water right there, which is the acidity water. If there's a little bit left, it's not gonna matter that much, right? So we're gonna put that in there just like this, right? And what I do here, what I put the in there for? Sometimes I wonder. I tell you, I wonder about me sometimes. So here we go. All right, so let's get rid of all this. Oh, mamma mia. Let's put the garlic in there. Let's put a little salt, a little pepper. Measure everything carefully. Oh, salt, you know, let me tell you about salt. Folks. Be careful, my friends. A lot of you, well, when they put the salt, if you're using a chicken stock, which I'm going to put in a minute, then already has salt, you want to hold the salt until you're almost finished. Then you test it, because if you're using a store-bought chicken stock, that has 200-300 milligrams of sodium already, you may want to wait for the salt. My stock doesn't have any salt, so I'm not worried about it, all right? So we're going to put a little bit of the apple cider, all right? Put just a little bit of it in there. There you go. Like I say, you got to measure carefully. You don't have to measure. Yes. Somebody's going to say, you know, I like your soup, but too much apple cider in there, okay? Look, a little soy sauce in there. Now, another thing, you got to watch for the salt, because this guy right there has got salt in there too, the soy sauce, okay? So be careful how much salt you're putting in, my friends. All right? Ginger. A lot of people peel then ginger. I wash it mine, and then I just do this, okay? With a microplane grater right there, you see? Microplane grater. This is the one you use for the chocolate, you use it for the cheese, right? Because I don't care how small you are. Now, not in real matter. You could, if you don't have one of those, just chop it up. Chop it up in small pieces. It'll be perfectly fine. Be careful with this, folks. Because if you don't do it, if you don't careful with it, if you're not careful with it, that's how you make pink ginger. Pink ginger. That's how you make it. You know what I'm talking about, right? Put your finger in there, you'll see. Don't do it. So this is great for chocolate. It's great for cheese, right? And now we're going to put a little bit of stock in there. How much stock do we put in? I'll show you. Remember, this is my homemade stock. So, and you got the recipe, because I already made a video on that. And I haven't made a video yet. I think I am going to make a video. It might be online before we do it, before we release this. So what's the best chicken broth to buy at the store? I've been said I'm going to make one. Hopefully I'm going to make one. Which one is the best one? This one is homemade. Look how beautiful that is, friends. Look how gorgeous that is. See, look at this. Look how beautiful that is. That's a beautiful stock. That's homemade. If you ever never made it, a child could do it, okay? It's really simple, my friends. So how much stock do you put in? You notice I haven't been measuring anything, right? You know why I'm not measuring? I'll tell you why, because there's a secret. The secret is you put enough stock to cover your vegetables. To cover them. Not drying them, cover them. So when you feel them, you're done. You feel it. See right there, there's vegetables right there. Okay, that's all you need, my friend. think about what I just said right there, right? You don't need to measure nothing. Put as much potatoes as you want, as much leeks as you want, as much celery as you want. It really doesn't matter, I promise you. I mean, approximately, right? I'm not saying go ahead and put 20 pounds of potatoes in there, obviously, right? But the idea is to put enough vegetables and then cover them with the stock. You don't want chicken stock? Use the vegetable stock, the vegetable broth. Also wonderful. This would qualify, right? We're going to let this cook, friends. I mean, did I forget anything? I don't think I forgot anything yet. We're gonna cook. We're gonna cook everything. And when this is nice and soft and the vegetables, I'm going to puree it all, and I'm going to finish it up with a little salsa of corn, sweet potato, and onion, and we're going to use that as a garnish. Trust me, this is going to be delicious. All right, friends? And I'll put some, you'll see, I put some more stuff in it. All right? So we're going to cook it, and we'll be back in about, I don't know, it's going to take about 45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes maybe, until everything is nice and smooth. We'll be back, and we'll finish it up. All right? So don't go anywhere, because you're going to be right there. All right, friends, we're back. The soup cooked about an hour and a half. And you know when it's ready, when you check at the vegetables, and they're nice and tender. And you don't need to cook it any more than that. When it's nice and tender, you're good to go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little garnish, a little salsa or whatever you want to call it. And we're going to put this at the decoration, so then we're going to have texture, because I'm going to puree that whole thing right there. I'm going to take the immersion blender, and I'm going to puree the whole thing, put a little cream, make it like a bisque. All right? So we're going to put a little bit of olive oil. This is for the salsa or the garnish, whatever you want to call it, right? So we're going to saute some onion in there, and we're going to get them golden brown, right? And when the onion are golden brown, then I'm going to put some sweet potatoes. Remember, that's the main ingredient in there, sweet potato. We're going to cook them, and then we're going to add some corn and some chopped parsley. That's going to be a garnish, and we're going to use to put it on it. Because to me, it's all about texture. If you're eating a soup and it's got nothing in it, you know, like it's delicious, but it's got nothing in it. So you want to give it texture. So you want to have some solids and you want to have some liquid. And so that's why I'm going to make the salsa, so we got texture in there. Texture is a conductor of flavor, don't forget, all right? So we're going to let this cook for a minute, friends. When it's golden brown, only when it's golden brown. Now remember now, when it's golden brown, you're going to take your sweet potatoes, and you see, look, nice dice. Nice dice. I got to do a video and show you how to do this, okay? Nice dice. Everything the same size. Size matter in cooking, friends. If it's the same size, it cooks at the same speed, and it feels the same in the mouth. Remember, it's all about the tongue. And the corn. Same size in the corn. Hello. You can buy them like that already. Okay? Now, if you got nothing else to do, you can grill your own corn. Oh, that would be really nice, wouldn't it? All right, let me cook this for a minute and make this salsa, and then we'll finish the soup. Okay, so give me a few minutes to do this, so I don't make the video too long. Otherwise, they're going to be complaining over there. All right, we'll make this for a minute. Okay, you see the onion? Slightly caramelized. I don't want them golden brown. I don't need them golden brown. Not too much, just a little bit, right? The sweet potatoes and the corn. I love corn. You know, in France, they don't eat corn. I don't know. I mean, they eat corn. I mean, don't get me wrong, they eat corn, but not like we eat in America. America, we eat a lot of corn. I love corns. All right, so look, I got my corn. I got my salt, my pepper. Now I do. Right? I'm going to put some chopped parsley in there. It's going to be like a little salsa we're going to put in. You know, no big deal. Just like, you know, if you're going to make this for Thanksgiving, if you're going to make it for whenever it is you make it, make this in advance. And at the last minute, all you got to do is reheat it. Let me put a cover on it, friends. Okay? And this is going to take about 7-8 minutes. Sweet potato cook very fast, okay? The corn, no problem. And the onion are already done. So in about 6-7 minutes, you'll have to test it. It has to be not soft. It has to be a little bite to it, kind of al dente, if you will. Vegetable al dente. The Italians are going to say, oh, only pasta can be al dente. The Italians are not here tonight. No, we love them. Oh, don't me pick on the Italian. Otherwise, half of my family is going to renege me. We don't want to do that. So we'll be back. We'll finish the soup when this is done. Friends, that only took like 5, 6, 7 minutes. 5, 6, or 7, I don't know. 6. Put it in the middle. I want you to cook them until they're soft and you can see. Yeah, I'll show you. Some of them. I'll show you. Some of them, you see that little caramelization? See right there? Be careful, okay? You don't want it too much, but just a little bit. See, it's going to be very cool. It's delicious right there. Huh? Turn the heat off. That's good. It's delicious. We could eat this just like this. Home fries. Okay. All right. So now we're going to finish the soup, friends. You take an immersion blender, and you're going to blend the whole thing if it's nice and smooth. But I got one a little bigger. I got my boat motor, and we're going to put it in. You know what? I like my boat motor because I got 10 speed on it. I'll show you. You're right. Turn it on. Look. Oh, see? Low speed. And then you don't like it, make it go faster. You don't like it, go a little faster. And now really you can make it go faster. Look at this. Woohoo! Oh yeah, baby. So, let me stop it for a minute. The idea is to make a smooth as silk. Remember, it's all about the tongue. I want it to be smooth. I promise you, texture, the conductor of flavor. I want it to be like a smooth kiss. I tell you. All right, here we go. Smooth. Okay, again, I gotta stop it. You see, this is not smooth. I want it to be very smooth, okay? Very, very smooth. Okay, so let's go. I'm not gonna stop it anymore. Very smooth. Oh yeah, baby. Smooth. It's very noisy, yeah? I don't want to wear it. I gotta be smooth. Now, those some work okay, just take a little bit longer. You got these at Home Depot. Only kidding. Okay. All right, let me check it. Okay, it's nice and thick. You see, I like it nice and thick, my friend. You see it? You see, it's nice and thick. All right, so now, I like it thicker. It has to be thicker because what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little bit of booze in there. You don't have to do this, okay? I like this one. This is like a bourbon whiskey with, it's actually apple liqueur with bourbon whiskey. Just a little bit. Don't put too much, just a little bit. Okay? You're cooking for the kids, don't put any, don't worry. It's okay. A little bit of heavy whipping cream, just a little bit. I don't want to put too much. What that does, the fat soften the hedges, the sharp hedges. So it makes everything nice and smooth. Okay, so we're going to do it one more time. Just a little bit. You don't have to put a lot. You see it right there? Beautiful. Just a little bit. Okay? All right, so now I'm going to test it to see. I want to test it to make sure it's good now. Wow, look at this. It's gorgeous, isn't it? It's gorgeous. Ooh, it's going to be hot. Oh, wow. Delicious. Needs a little more salt. Needs a little more salt. Needs a little more pepper. A little more pepper. A little more salt. All right, I think we got it. Let me mix it one more time. A little more cream. You play with it. Have fun with it. It's your soup. Have fun with it, folks. Ugh. Take this out. Have fun with it. Remember, it's only cooking, eh? So here we have it. It's going to be hot. It's going to be hot right there. There you go. Goodbye. All right, so now let's serve one, friends. Let's serve one. Ooh, it's hot right there. So what I do is I take a ladle, right? Put it right there. You put as much or as little as you want right now, obviously. You know, I like it to make it a little elegant, right? So we do a nice serving, right? So, let me get a spoon here, my friends. Spoons are right there. Yeah, yeah. And also, you know what I have? I have a little mixture of sour cream and a little bit of cream and a little bit of sriracha. So it's just to make a liquid. Otherwise, sour cream is so liquid, you can't get it out of there. So I take a little bowl, I mix a little sour cream, a little sriracha, and a little bit of heavy whipping cream, and I make it liquid enough so I can go in and put little dots in there, you see? So now all of a sudden we transform what would be normally an ugly plate. I mean, the soup, you know, you still got to make it look pretty. It's not because it's a soup, then you got to just slap it on there, right? Right? So you do that, and then you take a little spoon of your salsa right there, friends, and that you know what that's going to be, right? That's going to be beautiful texture, my friends. You see? And right there, friends, right there, my friends, you have yourself a beautiful bowl of soup, right? Now all of a sudden, easily, you made a soup for Thanksgiving and you look like a star, and I promise you, it's amazing. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to test it right now. I know it's going to be a little hot, but that's why you put a little sour cream in there. You see the steam coming out of my mouth? Oh, mamma mia. It was delicious. You guys got to try to make it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to ring the bell, and please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Stay tuned for another fantastic video. We'll see you soon.